And welcome back, my friend. This is BjjBrick Quick. My name is Byron. This week, we're talking about beginner tips. This is a tip for the brand new players out there. Jiu-jitsu players. I guess I got to specify that. That kind of means something else. Goodness gracious. Anyways, I'm getting distracted. I don't have time to get distracted on a quick podcast like this. This is something that if you're listening to the podcast, you're already probably past this tip. But here's what you're going to do. You're going to share this tip. You could share the episode, whatever, but you could tell people about this because it has a big impact on how they perceive their ability to do jiu-jitsu, to grapple. Do you remember your first roll, the first day you rolled, maybe the first week? It was exhausting. I remember that. I don't remember any particular rolls, but I remember being exhausted. I still remember today good athletes coming in, endurance athletes, people who don't get tired easily. And after one round, they are hands on the knees, winded, hands above the head, like trying to catch their breath. Why are they so tired? And here's what I tell people who look a little disappointed in their own cardio on the mats. And that's pretty much everybody who's new. They get exhausted. I say, hey, I woke up to somebody who maybe just had a roll. Maybe they're struggling for air, and it really wasn't that bad of a roll. It was a pretty easy roll. We went super light, and they're exhausted. I say, hey, buddy, you all right? Yeah, sure, they're okay. It's exhausting, isn't it? And if you're asking them because they look exhausted, they'll probably agree. And then I tell them something that hopefully helps. I say, here's the problem. Your body thinks that you're in a life and death fight. Your body is freaking out the entire time. Now, we walked in here. We were nice to each other. We did some techniques. You learned some stuff. And then we start rolling. I'm the same person that was cracking jokes a minute ago. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at anybody. In fact, there's a big old smile on my face and I'm having a good time. You're not afraid of me. But when you get a little bit of pressure on your neck, or you get a little bit dizzy, or you feel like your arms are going to get separated from your body. Your body thinks you're in a life and death fight. That adrenaline kicks in. This person's choking me, your body says. Can't get choked. You've seen it a million times on movies. Somebody gets choked and they're dead. That's how people die. Now, that's not the case here in jiu-jitsu. But your body is freaking out constantly about being under attack, even if you're getting really no damage done. It's really hard to turn that switch off for the first few rolls. It takes a little bit of trust, it takes a few repetitions. You turn that volume down. It's important. It happens naturally as you realize that you're not in a life and death struggle. That, oh, yes, this person is going to be choking me, or they are choking me, but I'm not going to die. You might know that mentally, but your body doesn't know that yet. It's going to freak out. You are going to be exhausted. How would you not be exhausted? I could do jiu-jitsu with somebody who, is... It would just say, hey, guess what? We're not tapping. If you get choked, that's it. You're dead. My body's going to freak out. I hope I can do good jiu-jitsu, but man, that's scary. So just give them kind of the as the advice to the brand new person who is looking over there at the side of the mat, say, look exhausted, and say, hey, we've all been there, and you just, I know you're in pretty good shape. If they are, if they're not, that's fine too. But part of what's happening to you right now is your body thinks it's in a life and death struggle. And you're not in a life and death struggle. We're trying to do jiu-jitsu. It's fun. As you do jiu-jitsu more and more, your body will calm down. You won't get adrenaline rushes. I can't remember the last time I had an adrenaline rush while rolling. It's not what happens. If you're having adrenaline rushes while you roll, you are going to get tired. You might perform better for like 8 seconds, but it's not sustainable. You're not going to do 6 rounds of jiu-jitsu with adrenaline rushes in those. You get the adrenaline dump. You're standing there at the side of the mat. Guys, let people know this. Let them know that this really just, it fixes itself after a while. If you see somebody kind of having a panic attack while you're rolling with them, you just probably stop rolling with them. If you're in Mount and they are claustrophobic and they are freaking out, hey, set up, man. Let's take a break. Probably the last time they're going to be in here doing jiu-jitsu if you keep going. That's a little bit more extreme than what I'm talking about. But anybody, and I've trained with a lot of law enforcement who know jiu-jitsu. They come in to try to learn, a few basic things, and their bodies freak out. They may look fairly calm, but their heart rate's through the roof. That's why you're tired. If you've enjoyed this podcast, you supported me on Patreon. Go there and contribute $1 a month. We're trying to get to $100 every month. Once we do that, I'll be producing 1 episode every day of the month. If you don't want to go to Patreon, you can check out an audiobook I've made called Your First Year of BJJ. Go to BjjBrick.com. There's a shop. There'll be a link to that audiobook in the shop. It's about, I think it's like 2 hours long. I should have looked it up. A little over 2 hours long. It'll go and help you along the way, help you get a good start with your jiu-jitsu. Hope you have a great day, my friend, and stay sweaty.